they've nailed everything. From when I first saw them and to what I've seen them now, it's like the perfect tool.
These monitors, particularly these 8-inch ones, are really, really strong.
When you're working in the studio, you need to have a true flat sound.
If you've been making music with a laptop and you've been kind of making do, plugging the laptop into, you know, an old stereo or some really kind of tiny little speakers, what these monitors will do is give you a true kind of reflection of what's actually there.
The low-end frequencies are the most important frequencies that you have to work with. This is where you've got lack of space. You've usually got a kick and a bass line fighting with each other. So you need to be able to hear the frequencies that you're working on, to be able to carve spaces.
For dance music, I think they're great, and the mids are really clear, and the tops are really nice.
So when I'm working on those frequencies, I was really impressed that you don't have to have it super loud, just keep it a nice volume and you can actually hear the detailed sound and clarity.
I've been playing 2 tracks through them continuously all day, all afternoon today. It's like a co-production that I've been doing in Belfast, and it's been great to bring those tracks home and listen to them through these, which are kind of a little bit more compact, but still feel the bass response, but they don't add a colour to the sound, and that's the most important thing, I suppose.
Ideally, you should be having the sound card going direct to the speakers. Anything you put in between is going to affect the sound.
What this solves is the need for an amplifier and all of the connections that you need to make.
The playing field's changed now. In the old days, it was a DJ producer. Now we're all one. You have limited space, you know, with your studio and DJ setup, so you can't have sets of monitors all over your small dedicated room. So having a set of hybrid speakers, being able to switch between one of the two, is like a perfect solution.
It eradicates the need for all of the kind of the messing about and the extra connections that kind of ultimately just get in the way of you cracking on and making music.
The great thing with this, it's going to be a godsend for many people actually, is usually through your sound card you've got no master volume control, so you're faffing around with your master levels on your sequencer. But here now you can actually control the volume.
I sit with one hand on the monitor dial on the mixer just nearly all the time, but you'll see you know, people in every studio in the world do that on every type of mixer.
There was no great way of doing it before unless you bought an expensive monitor station like this. These can be 300, 400, 500 pounds depending on what you want to spend. So here you've got full control of your master volume here, and your EQ and your inputs.
You need to be able to sit in the same spot and adjust the volume, and that's what this gives you the capability to do. The EQ on the back of it is good for the comfort of a listener in the end result, but it's not for the recording.
Put the EQ on, you've got it for your DJ environment. Turn it off, you've got it for your studio environment.
But I like occasionally a little bit more treble.
For enjoyment, it's to get a real world sound of what it would be like in a club.
Well, it's like when you hear a car drive past you with music on and somebody's got the bass really heavy. 9 times out of 10 it sounds ridiculous. It doesn't balance up with the rest of the music, but occasionally it can sound really, really good.
Most studios will have a couple of range of different size monitors. You know, you've got your near fields, your mid-range, and the Pioneers at the end here.
In this room, I'm going to be using a pair of these monitors in conjunction with a couple of other pairs. Eventually there'll be the mid, but I need to find £30,000 for the big ones, so.
The one thing that people neglect is monitors in studios. They are your ears. They're the things that the most important thing ever. That's what you should be spending your money on first, is monitors.
For some people it will save them money, but for others it will be expensive anyway. It will be an expensive purchase, but it's for what you get. It's very good value.